Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that y'all are all doing good and things like that. I've been pretty good myself. There are two things that I wanted to address tonight. It is nighttime. It's actually where I'm at, and it is. I just got off of work a little while ago. I get off of work at 2 a.m. I work night shift. It's terrible, but it is what it is. I make money and have to have a job. So yeah, right now it is about 2:30, 2:40, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but tonight's topic that I want to talk about is actually something that I dealt with for off and on for a long time, probably close to maybe 10 years, I'm guessing. Maybe 8 years, I'm not exactly sure. And it's all basically because of how bad my anxiety attacks were and panic attacks were. Like, I was afraid to leave my home and stuff to go to work anywhere that I felt obligated to stay, such as work or, driving. I was having even worse anxiety attacks because I wasn't free at those points to do whatever I wanted. So, also, fear of leaving your home is called agoraphobia. And sometimes I even had social anxiety. So that's the second thing today. And I have a few stories to tell y'all to, kind of uh, explain where I'm coming from and then what I did to, fix those things. I basically ended up fixing that stuff out of desperation and just being tired of not having a life. So it was just a really sad moment in my life for me. And it was something that just took a long time to get over. And it's still something that sometimes I have a hard time dealing with, but I just do it anyways. Um, Whenever my health anxiety got to a certain point where it was just bad, where I literally just thought I was dying all the time, and it was really embarrassing. Didn't feel like I could talk to anybody about it. I didn't feel like anybody understood. I felt the safest, I guess, at my house, where I lived, and stayed there. Like, whenever I went to work, it was like a scary thing for me because I was like, well, I have to stay at work. I can't just leave whenever I want to. So I was having issues at work, just basically having terrible anxiety attacks the whole time. I was there, and literally made me hate my job. I didn't enjoy anything. Obviously didn't feel like I had a life, and I had issues with depression because of that. Just the things that I had interest in, which is outdoor stuff like fishing and deer hunting and camping, no longer really interested me very much. I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't like that. My hobbies were no longer seemed enjoyable. So, and like, just that whole situation in itself was so hard on me that my parents knew that something was going on. They wanted to help me, they just didn't know how. And this is literally something that anybody who deals with something like this is basically like one of the scenario that people say when you fall off the horse, you have to get back on. If you don't get used to riding again, uh, there's a good chance that you never will. And I know a good many people that deal with some of the same things as me. And I think that the solution is always the same whenever it comes to agoraphobia. Is just getting used of being away from your comfort zone until the point where your comfort zone slowly starts to expand to other places that you feel comfortable, and then places in between those places, and then to the point where you just don't notice it anymore. And that's basically what has happened to me. I couldn't even sit in my deer stand without having an anxiety attack and having to leave. And I just basically felt like I was wasting my time. I spent money on, bullets and camo and arrows, arrowheads, a new bow, all these things, or fishing equipment and fishing string, fishing lures, and would go out there to do these things, and would end up having an attack and having to leave, and hating myself the whole drive home that I had to go out there and waste my time and then leave. I was like, I should have just made myself enjoy myself and had a good time, and but I didn't, up until the point where I realized that if I'm going to have any life at all, that's what I had to do. So that's what I started doing at that point. I did pray a lot and did my best to find convenient ways to meditate, which is always a really good thing to do. I was also doing my best to make sure that staying healthy was something that I needed to do. But while I was dealing with agoraphobia, at the same time I was dealing with health anxiety. I was afraid to like do any type of exercise or work out because like, oh my God, if I do that, my heart's gonna explode and I'm gonna die. So I was pretty much trapped everywhere that I went, or any type of thing that I should have been doing to fix my issues, I was afraid to do. And it took me, at this point, this happened, I'm guessing, would have been close to 5 years ago, the last time that I really dealt with it, where it was really bad. And up until about 2 years ago was when it started getting to the point where, or getting better to where I was able to go pretty much anywhere or drive as far as I want to without having issues with having anxiety attacks. During the point in time where my anxiety was so bad that I had agoraphobia, my parents live all the way. Well, at that point in time, they didn't, but my immediate family, like my grandparents and aunts and uncles, live in South Louisiana. I live in North Missouri. I was afraid to drive over there for Christmas get-togethers and things like that because of the driving. Like I had to sit there for that amount of time and deal with most definitely having anxiety attacks. So I didn't get to see family. I didn't get to see my grandparents before they passed away and things like that, or drive down there and go to the funerals because of anxiety. So I urge every single one of y'all listening to, at this point, if you're listening, I'm guessing that metaphorically speaking, you have fallen off of the horse. You have to get back on, or your life will always suck, and people will eventually like see that, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, so and so's a party pooper. They never want to do anything." People said that about me, and I did not like it, and it's something that I had to literally take on my own. There are great people out there called like psychiatrists, but unfortunately, they always want to prescribe you medication that you don't need, that has unwanted side effects. And there are other great people out there called counselors that do want to help you, and counseling does definitely work. They give you goals to work on and things like that. Prayer and Bible time and meditation are always good. Also, taking supplements that are good for healthy brain activity, like omegas and magnesium and a vitamin B6 complex, are great. Those things do work. There are tons of medical researches and information that you could find that is definitely super credible, that will tell you that your brain needs certain minerals and vitamins to operate properly, and proteins also. Basically food for your brain, or when your brain starves of those things, that if you may or may not have a deficiency, certain vitamin deficiencies can lead to mental illnesses. So that is something that you have to take care of as a person if you want to feel like a normal person, or what a normal person supposedly feels like. You have to take care of yourself. So at those points in time, whenever I was having those issues, I wasn't taking care of myself because I was as far as like taking a supplement, I was afraid to. I was like, it might kill me. Like literally everything like scared me. So if there's any encouragement out there, just talk to your doctor and be like, if I take a vitamin B complex, will it hurt me? Or magnesium? And obviously your doctor would be like, no, don't overdo it. Don't take a whole bunch of it. Take it as the bottle, suggests you take it, and you'll be fine. And as soon as I started taking those things, which the stuff that I started taking, I'll let you know what it was. One thing was a magnesium supplement. It was just a magnesium pill. You can get it at Walmart. That's where I got mine. The other thing that I started taking, or one of the other things I started taking, was the vitamin B complex, which has vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and a bunch of other vitamins that lead to healthy energy levels and metabolism levels, and also, something that your brain likes to have. Um, Something else I started taking was different omega oils, capsules or gummies, um, together with a beetroot powder supplement that I got from Walmart, a garlic supplement, which those things I took because I was having issues with blood pressure, which were because of anxiety attacks. And I noticed very shortly after taking all of those things, I was taking that stuff daily, that my anxiety wasn't as nowhere near as bad. It didn't just take the edge off. It gave me like a confidence that I was doing something good to help put the anxiety to rest. So not only was it working kind of like a placebo because I felt like I was doing something good for myself, it actually made me feel good, like physically and mentally. It was a good thing that I did, and I suggest that y'all try it. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so if it's something that you're nervous about taking something a natural supplement, just talk to your physician or your family doctor or whoever you see, and ask them if these things that I would like to try these things. Um, do you think that it would be okay? And I'm sure, like I said, they would probably say yes. Go ahead. Um, there have been so many different times that I have turned down going places with friends because of, I'm guessing, this is pretty much a self-diagnosis that I had agoraphobia, but I fit the definition. There are a lot of things that I could have done that I didn't do because of that, and a lot of great experiences I could have had, not only just for me, but with my the only child I had at that point. Now I have, let's see, I have three and one on the way that will actually be born like Friday, so like 3 days. So I could have had a lot of cool experiences that I had to turn down because of the issues that I was having that were root cause severe anxiety disorder and panic disorder. Also, issues that I was having with depression that were brought on because of the anxiety. I missed out on a lot, and I hate to see anybody going through the same things that I did. So I made this cool channel where y'all get to see my fish swim around while I talk to you and try to give y'all a little bit of encouragement to basically step out of a comfort zone for a little while, just to get used to something different and making your comfort zone boundaries bigger. Hopefully, until a point where you can feel like you have a life again. And it worked for me. And I'm not saying that one shoe fits all, one size fits all, but it's definitely something that I believe is worth a try. So I hope that y'all give it a shot. As always, like and subscribe. And if you try any of this stuff or have any cool information about a supplement that you tried that helped you with your mental health and things like that, or physical health, leave it in the comment section. I like to hear what y'all have to say. If y'all have any stories that are similar to mine, leave a comment about it. If you have anything that you want to know if I've dealt with or have experienced, leave a comment asking me, and I will write it down and make a future video on it. If I have experienced it, anything that I haven't experienced, I will let you know. I'm not going to just, make a video on something that I don't know anything about. But I have dealt with a lot when it comes to this stuff, so I'm pretty sure that pretty much all of it I'll be able to have some type of um, experienced answer to your question. So, after all of that, hope that y'all have a good night and God bless you. Bye bye.